G'day, folks. My name's Paul Rencken from FEDSAS. Today, we're talking to Jackie and Norman from Registered Communication about their involvement and where they sit with regards to our schools in South Africa. Norman, maybe just give me a brief introduction about your involvement with regards to the Centre of Technology, the FEDSAS Centre of Technology.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul, and thanks for having us on your webinar. Our involvement is a great one. We're one of your partners. We like to believe we're one of your partners who then co-offers products and services to your base of schools. The Centre of Technology does a great job in promoting products and services, and we're quite proud to be part of your offering to the schools.
Oh, thanks very much. You are indeed a partner, and it is a very good product. You'll hear more about it now. We'll go into the details there, but it has been a fairly lengthy relationship. I think I remember meeting Norman face to face sometime soon after COVID. So I think it's happened before COVID, which we've all almost forgotten about now, which is fantastic. But yeah, talking about the products and the services that you offer, maybe Norman also just give us a bit of a rundown. What products do you offer? What services do you offer for schools?
In a nutshell, we offer the electronic version of registered post. It sounds quite simple, but for the school environment, it can be very important because there are still certain notices that the schools, according to the Schools Act, have to send by registered mail. The products that we offer is the digital version of that. We offer registered email and registered SMS, meaning that the schools can now send those formal notices at the speed of an email or an SMS. It's just way more efficient than the traditional paper routes.
Yeah, that leads me on to thinking that's the solution that you bring to schools. The paper gets lost, it doesn't get signed, it doesn't get accepted. So maybe just unpack a little bit more. You mentioned to me beforehand that you're in the school environment now because you've got children at school, so you're understanding what they're going through as well, which is fantastic. But yeah, what is the problem that you're solving at schools? What is the key issue that you've actually got a solution to solve?
Paul, when we started the business, we thought that the solution we're solving is just to make sure that the schools can recover the necessary fees from parents, which seems like a straightforward use case for our registered email and registered SMS solutions. What we're finding, however, is that the primary use case for schools is that our services make sure that we elicit a response out of parents. Now, what I mean by that is often the schools battle to get any kind of response out of parents when they're having the sensitive discussions around collection of school fees. And by far the most consistent feedback we get from our schools is that whenever they use our channels to send out notices, that the parents, for whatever reasons, the parents respond quite quickly. A little anecdote, as recently as last week, we ran a campaign for one of our schools. And we didn't tell the bursar when we ran the campaign, just sending out Section 41 notices. The next day, the bursar phoned me and said, "I know you've started the campaign because our phones are ringing off the hook." And that's really what schools want, is the ability to communicate with a parent. And even if they can't collect the full set of fees, it's avoiding the nasty legal process that will follow. And as I said, communicating with the parent to make a plan, to make an arrangement to settle up the fees.
Yeah, I think it's very frustrating for schools not to get a response at all. They sort of send out communication that goes into the big dark world out there or the big light world, whichever you want to say, and they don't get a response. So they don't know if the communications happen. So that anecdotal story is really good because it shows that schools are getting the response, they're getting a response in the process, and they feel then that they're not communicating into a void. Obviously, then the next step is they'll get a response on the fees being paid, which is also a good thing as well. That's ultimately what you want to get to. But talking about fees, and Jackie, maybe if I can ask you, give us an idea. I'm an ex-chairman of a governing body, and I've seen a lot of these products and services come through. And then the first question that's asked at that board meeting is, okay, so how much is this going to cost us? What is the bottom line here? And that's all we want to know as governors. We want to know how much it's going to cost, because we've got to find space to pay for it or sort it out. So without going into too much detail, but if you can go into detail, but give us an idea of what pricing structure is in place, what pricing model you work with, Jackie.
Thanks, Paul. It's a very simple click fee base. So our clients, especially our schools, will go onto our payment portal, prepay for 100 registered messages, and those never expire. And the cost per message is £22.95, excluding that.
So sorry, just to reiterate quickly, you can carry on just now, but 22 Rand plus VAT for a message that goes out, that's got a full trail in that process.
Yeah, you get a registered certificate for every communication that you send. So per certificate, it's £22.95.
I just want to push a little bit on that portal, so that the school that signs up has got an access portal that they can manage and promote. Obviously, you provide them support as to how to operate that. I mean, portals are generally easy to manage, but still people say, how do we work this?
Yes, we provide the support, and all of your registered certificates are stored in that portal for 5 years. So you can have those certificates sent to you, they're in your inbox, or you can just log onto the portal to retrieve them there.
Now that's a huge bonus, and I'll sort of state the obvious, and I think that's where the circle is completed. When you do come to that time to hand over, then you've got a full trail of the process, and that's also the frustration I've had with as being a chairman. Said, okay, we've got to make a decision to hand over this person, but have we got the paper trail? Have we got evidence that we've actually communicated with this person? Otherwise, we're wasting our time, we're wasting the lawyer's time, we're wasting everybody's time, and we're not going anywhere from there. So that is fantastic. Yeah. Jackie, maybe if you could just finish off by giving us your contact details. How do schools get hold of you? Obviously, we'll promote you through our FEDSAS channels, through our FEDSAS marketplace. We've got a landing place for you there as well. But yeah, what are your direct contact details? How do schools get hold of you?
Yes, Paul, and it's important to know the FEDSAS schools get a 5% discount from us. So,
that is significant.
Yeah, so they must let us know that they're a FEDSAS member. We do check with you when schools on board. But yeah, the contact details, if you email us at info@registeredcommunication.com or go onto our website, registeredcommunication.com. Our phone number is 01000 36742. So any of those channels, we're available.
No, that's super. So folks, that's quite easy to remember. info@registeredcommunication.com. Thank you very much. .com. I was going to give the wrong one, and then people remember the wrong one first. So info@registeredcommunication.com. I will put it in on the end of this recording as well, so you will be able to pick up the details. But yeah, thanks very much, Jackie. Thanks very much, Norman, for spending the time. We're going to punt this out there, let people know about what you're doing. I think it's really a good, innovative solution that a lot of schools don't even know about. I know Norman and myself have known each other for a while, but I think there's schools out there that don't know that there's this option. All the best. Hopefully we can grow it a little bit more. Hopefully we can help our schools in the process. So thank you very much for spending time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul. It was great.